space, the final frontier. These are the voyages of the starship Enterprise. Its 5-year mission, to explore strange new worlds, to seek out new life and new civilization, to boldly go where no man has gone before.
Hi and welcome back. My next stage is I'm going to start on the top saucer. So the plan here is base coat first of all, get the deck tan all over it. That'll probably take 2 coats to cover it properly. Just want it to be nice. And then I'm going to get the navigation lights fitted in the top. Green on the right starboard side, red on the port left side. The front sensor light, get the clear parts fitted, and then we'll get the bridge module into place. I did start light blocking this, I couldn't leave it as it was. I'll finish light blocking once it's all in. I'll get it all coated white. So we should have, by the time this is finished, 3 separate circuits on it. Nav light circuit, or half of it, coming off. The bridge light. Sensor which is on the saucer lights. I don't think I'll have to put any strip LED in this side. That'll all be taken care of for lighting all the saucer from the lower half. And we'll have all the wires ready. And hopefully I should be able to put this onto the bot, connect this to the main air circuit and give it a test and see if we get all the lights working as they're meant to do. So I'm off to get my base coat down, and then I'll get back to you. Right, so paint's down, all drying. I'm going to run some very fine grit sandpaper over it, just smooth it down a little bit, make sure it's really nice finish. Then we're going to start getting all our LEDs in place, so right way around. So red, green and white. Get our windows in. I may put a bit of strip lighting in around here just to help light these windows, so that makes sure everything's nice and even. So I'm off to get some LEDs soldered up next and into place, and then get back to you. Right, so I've got my lights for the saucer done. 2 LEDs each side, just a little bit of styrene cut to the same length, make it into a right angle so it's stuck on, so they'll sit inside. You can see I've marked up roughly where I want to place these. I've also drilled out these little holes. I'm just going to put a bit of fibre optic in there. There's decals to go over the top, so I'm hoping with a LED in there, fibre optic shining, I'll get the decal to light up. And the decal, they're just meant to be constantly on, but in the same colour as the navigation lights on either side. So I've added that touch in as well. So I'm off to get these hot glued into place and get some more LEDs in place as well. Be back soon. So I've got them all hot glued in place now, so they'll help light up the lower windows in the saucer plus shed some light on the windows all going around the saucer wing. So it's getting there slowly. So the front sensor is in place now, which is there. Something I haven't mentioned, and like I keep showing all these LEDs lit as I put them in, but this is part of my process actually when I'm doing electronics. Every time I connect a resistor to an LED, I test it's working afterwards. Every time I put the wires on, I test it's working afterwards. I put the heat shrink into place, I test it's working afterwards. Once it's glued in place, I test it's working afterwards. It's a really, really good practice to get into, is every time you can't test your LEDs enough. If there's a fault, a loose wire, whatever, you want to catch it while your model's in this condition and you can do something about it. The last thing you want is to, right, I've soldered these together, I've tested them once, fine, glue, 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 join up, seal the model, get further down, oh, why is that not working? And then you've got a world of problems taking things apart. Test. It can save you a load of hassle later on. Anyway, now I've done that little bit of preaching, I'm going to get on with the navigation lights going in next. And I'll get back to you with them. And the navigation lights are in place now. If you notice, these are bent down, and then I've been careful to run them so that they're well inside of the rim for when there's two halves of the saucer joined together. But they're lit now. So the next one is I need to get the fibre optics in next to them. And I think they're going to have to turn on the saucer light. And I'd love to have done them with the navigation lights, but they don't flash. And these will flash once the model is all connected up fully. So I'll get on with them next. So I've got my fibre optics ready to fit. All nicely on an LED, hot glued in place, drilled a hole into the end of the LED so they're sat in it. I want, the best place is actually going to be there. So I'm going to get these clear parts put in. So I'm going to fill them in. And then I'm going to glue the bridge module in as well. So I'm going to get them done before I fit this last LED in place. And then we should be about ready to have a look at it all on at the same time. Right, so these clear parts are all in now and all gone in nice and easy. The bridge module's stuck in place. Got my LED for the fibre optics in place. The fibre optics are in, they're just drying. Something to bear in mind, and if you ever use fibre optics, I've used PVA glue to stick these in place. It takes longer to dry, but if you start using your normal plastic cement, super glues, anything like that, it can melt straight through your fibre optic and destroy it. My next stage is I've got to get all these separate wires, because obviously as usual everything's wired in parallel, so I've got to get all these joined together. A handy thing to bear in mind, if you're ever working over your plastic soldering, I have an old tea towel I use. I'll place that over the model and work on and solder above that, because if you drop a bit of solder onto your model, it's just going to destroy it. It'll go straight through. where drop a bit of solder onto my tea towel, and it's not a problem. It's an old tea towel. I only use it for, well, as you can tell by paint, for modelling. But that's a handy little tip to bear in mind. If you ever have to do any soldering over your plastic, as you have to do with things like this sometimes, put a old tea towel or something directly and work above that. Right, so I'm going to let that PVA glue dry. Get all these wires soldered together, and then I think we'll have a look at how these different parts are all looking together. Right, so everything's joined together now. All the wires, can't do anything else about this, there's going to be wires, but they're all stuck down, so they're not going to be flapping around anywhere, getting in front of any lights. We're down to just 4 wires now come down from the top saucer. Purple is for the saucer lights, black is our common ground, so all the grounds are there. Red is our navigation lights, and green from our last video is the bridge lights. I've tested them all working, so next thing I need to do is get these connected into the circuit, and we'll have a look at some flashing lights. Be back soon. Right, so we're all connected together. One thing I've noticed already, you can see better when I turn the light on, there's too much hot glue on this one bulb, so it won't go into the peg. I've just placed it on the bottom saucer and on the glass jar, because then we'll be able to see the lower saucer lights. We're connected into the circuit, so I'll turn the light off and turn it on. So our bridge lights come on first, then our saucer, and then our navigation lights start flashing. It's in. Everything's nice. You can, I'm not sure if it's too bright. I think it's too bright to see. But if we come down here, we can see how then the strip LEDs we put in the top saucer are lighting up our bottom lights, which is exactly what they were meant to do. Where the strip, these have lit up slightly, but lights that go into the bottom saucer will light these ones. I'm very happy with all that's coming together. I think my next stage is going to be, I'm going to get the stand painted and put together, because I want to do the hull next, and then it'll be easier if it can sit on the stand, because then I can start assembling the model onto the hull. I obviously won't make a video of painting the stand up. Next time we get on, we'll just be going straight on to getting the lights into the hull painted and lights into the hull. Okay, right, thanks for watching this time. Keep trekking, keep modelling, and speak to you all soon. Bye.